Which statement correctly describes the antigens of Enterobacteriaceae? So Enterobacteriaceae are composed of the antigens, namely we have the O antigen being the somatic antigen. It is known to be heat stable. While we also have the H antigen or the flagellar antigen. We also have the K antigen or the capsular or envelope antigen. While for Salmonella, it may contain a capsular antigen or envelope antigen called the V antigen. So for number 24, um, um, which statement correctly describes the antigens of Enterobacteriaceae? So for letter A, tama po ba yun? The O antigen is heat labile. Mali po because it should be heat stable. Yung letter D, the K antigen is also known as the somatic antigen. Mali din po because the K antigen is the capsular or envelope antigen. Yung letter C naman, the V antigen is an example of a flagellar antigen. Hindi rin po because V antigen is a capsular or envelope antigen of some Salmonella. While ang tama po dito is letter B, tama? Because the O antigen is again the somatic antigen located on the cell wall. Number 25, all members of the family Enterobacteriaceae, A. Oxidized glucose, B. Ferment glucose, C. Ferment lactose, or D. Ferment sucrose. So the answer here is letter B. Ferment glucose. So all of them are glucose fermenter. Hence, when you observe under TSI reaction, the batt portion will always turn into yellow or will always have an acid formation because it is a glucose fermenter, such as A over A or K over A reaction. While fermenting lactose differentiates your Enterobacteriaceae because some are lactose fermenter and some are non-lactose fermenter. Next, number 26. An organism is a late or slow lactose fermenter processes. So again, we have your late lactose fermenter. So for late lactose fermenter, they are only producing beta-galactosidase, not the lactose permease. So yung letter A po, those are for rapid lactose fermenter. For rapid lactose fermenter such as your Ecke, Escherichia, Klebsiella, and Enterobacter, they are producing beta-galactosidase and lactose permease. While for your late lactose fermenter, Cheesy, Citobacter, Hafnia, Salmonella, Shigella, and Yersinia, they are only producing beta-galactosidase. So test to detect the beta-galactosidase is your ONPG test or orthonitrophenyl galactopyranoside test. Syempre, wala pong only lactose permease, wala pong ganun. Kailangan lactose permease and beta-galactosidase. Yung letter D naman, that's for non-fermenters, no? Neither beta-galactosidase nor lactose permease. Okay? Next po tayo. Again, late lactose fermenter, only beta-galactosidase. Number 27, an isolate of Escherichia coli recovered from the stool of a patient with severe bloody diarrhea should be tested for what sugar before sending to a reference laboratory for serotyping. So again, this one probably is a case of EHEC or enterohemorrhagic E. coli, also known as STEC or Shiga toxin Escherichia coli or VTEC Verotoxin Escherichia coli. Magkaiba po ang Shigella-like sa Shiga toxin Escherichia coli. So enterohemorrhagic is also called the Shiga toxin Escherichia coli or verotoxic Escherichia coli. And one characteristic of your EHEC or your E. coli O157H7 is its incapability to ferment sorbitol. So all E. coli can ferment sorbitol. So when we replace the sugar or the carbohydrate in your makanki to sorbitol, all Enterobacteriaceae will be able to ferment sorbitol except for E. coli O157H7. So all E. coli will have pink-red colonies, while for E. coli O157H7 causing enterohemorrhagic E. coli will show clear or colorless colonies. So what sugar before sending to a reference laboratory for serotyping? We have sorbitol. So we have your sorbitol substituted makanki agar. Number 28. No? But before we go to number 28, 29, and 30, so let's be familiar with this table, differentiating your lysine decarboxylation, ornithine decarboxylation, and arginine dihydrolation to your Klebsiella and Enterobacter species. So for lysine decarboxylation, the product there is cadaverine. The product naman po of ornithine decarboxylation is your putrescine, while the product of arginine dihydrolation is your citrulline. So, Klebsiella po, all Klebsiella are lysine decarboxylase positive, such as Nomonay, Oxytoca. They are lysine decarboxylase positive. But for point of comparison here is between Enterobacter aerogenes and Enterobacter cloacae. For Enterobacter aerogenes, it is positive for decarboxylase, lysine decarboxylase, and ornithine decarboxylase. No? Pwede nyo isipin na ganito, aerogenes, cloacae, alphabetical order, unahin nyo sa aerogenes. So yung unang dalawa, lysine decarboxylase and ornithine decarboxylase. While cloacae naman yung last two naman, ornithine decarboxylase and arginine dihydrolase positive. Pero para po hindi malimutan, no? So Enterobacter cloacae, nandaan sa gitna ng cloacae, we have OA. No? Enterobacter cloacae, we have OA. So OA, we have O for ornithine decarboxylase, and A is for arginine dihydrolase. O kung nakalimutan, Enterobacter cloacae, ornithine decarboxylase positive, arginine dihydrolase positive. Okay? Cloacae or cloacae, Enterobacter. Okay? Next, number 28, gram-negative bacilli, lactose fermenter, indole negative. So, Klebsiella and Enterobacter are both lactose fermenter, mga rapid lactose fermenter yan. Indole negative, when you check for Klebsiella and Enterobacter X, diba? Negative, negative, positive, positive. So, they are all indole negative dito. No? So, the point of comparison here is based on decarboxylation. No? So, for Klebsiella pneumoniae nga po sa Oxytoca, they are lysine decarboxylase positive. Enterobacter aerogenes sa cloacae naman. For aerogenes, dapat yan, lysine decarboxylase positive, ornithine decarboxylase positive. For cloacae naman, ornithine decarboxylase positive, saka arginine dihydrolase positive naman po yan, di ba? OA. Okay, so dito, you are left with two choice. We have Pneumoniae and Oxytoca. So, how to differentiate further? Again, balikan natin, di ba, yung indole negative ulit dito. Di ba, X, sabi natin, negative, negative, positive, positive is for X, Enterobacter, Klebsiella, and Serratia, except for Klebsiella, Oxytoca. Because Oxytoca is indole positive. No? So, Oxytoca is indole positive. So, the answer here is Klebsiella pneumoniae. 28, we have letter A. 29, gram-negative bacilli, lactose fermenter, indole negative naman, indole negative. So again, cancel mo si Oxytoca because Oxytoca is indole positive, no? And then we have lysine decarboxylase positive at saka ornithine decarboxylase positive, arginine dihydrolase negative. So this one is true for yung first two nga po for Enterobacter aerogenes. So we have letter C. 30 gram-negative bacilli, lactose fermenter, indole negative, so hindi na nga Oxytoca, lysine decarboxylase negative, so hindi na po siya Klebsiella pneumoniae, at hindi na rin siya Enterobacter aerogenes. So para po maalala natin, OA, Enterobacter cloacae, OA, ornithine decarboxylase positive, and A for arginine dihydrolase positive. So 30, we have letter D, Enterobacter cloacae, ornithine decarboxylase positive, arginine dihydrolase positive. Number 31, an organism was inoculated into a TSI tube and gave the following reactions. Acids, alkaline slant, acid bath, so isabihin glucose fermenter pero non-lactose fermenter. So basically, non-lactose fermenter yung kanyang TSI. H2S positive siya. So again, we have space, Salmonella, Proteus, Salmonella arizonei, Citrobacter, and Edwardsiella. So doon pa lang nakuha na natin yung we already eliminated no yung mga choices, and the organism is most likely Salmonella, of course. No? So we have letter B, Salmonella typhimurium. So nung una, nung alkaline slant saka acid bath, so, nung non-fermenter siya, na-cancel mo na kagad si Klebsiella at si Escherichia. Because Klebsiella and Escherichia are both lactose fermenter. It will show A over A reaction. While for Shigella at saka Salmonella nga po, they are non-fermenter. So, tama yung alkalis at acid bath, sila pareho. Pero between the two nga po, Salmonella is H2S positive. Tama? So, 31, we have letter B, Salmonella typhimurium. Number 32, which of the following organisms is often confused with the Salmonella species biochemically and on plated media. So kamukha niya biochemically and on plated media, di ba, we have Citrobacter. Because Citrobacter, um, they are both H2S producer. They are both having the INVIC negative, positive, negative, positive. So similar with Salmonella and Citrobacter nga po. Tama? But we can differentiate them further. And we need to differentiate them Salmonella is a because Salmonella is um, truly pathogenic organism, while for Citrobacter, it is part of the normal flora. Okay, so in this case, how to differentiate them? We have based on lysine decarboxylation, because Salmonella nga po is lysine decarboxylase positive, while um, Citrobacter is lysine decarboxylase negative. Again, Salmonella, lysine decarboxylase positive. Citrobacter, lysine decarboxylase negative. We can also differentiate them based on lactose fermentation. Salmonella is a non-lactose fermenter, so it is not capable of producing beta-galactosidase, so ONPG negative po yun. While for Citrobacter, it is a late lactose fermenter capable of producing beta-galactosidase, so it is ONPG positive. And again, no, Citrobacter can grow on potassium cyanide medium, while Salmonella is negative. Okay, so 32, we have letter C, Citrobacter frundi. Okay, so again, for Salmonella, it is an intestinal pathogen, while Citrobacter inhabitants of the intestinal tract as part of the normal flora. So we can differentiate nga sa kanila, lysine decarboxylase positive, Salmonella. Growth on potassium cyanide medium, we have Citrobacter. Late lactose fermenter, beta-galactosidase, ONPG test positive, we have Citrobacter. Okay, next, number 33. Which of the following sets of tests best differentiates Salmonella and Citrobacter species? As mentioned nga po kanina, so we have potassium cyanide, ONPG or your beta-galactosidase test, and lysine decarboxylation, letter A. Meron din po siyang malonate, no? Kanina po I explained earlier yung malonate. So malonate po, para din po siyang citrate utilization test, but for malonate, the ability of the organism to utilize malonate as the sole carbon source. The indicator here is the same. We have bromthymol blue, wherein it will change nga po to blue kapag nagkaroon ng alkaline production. And the byproduct nga po ng malonate utilization is an alkaline production. So it will change from green to color blue. So ang positive result po dyan ay blue, just like your Simon citrate agar positive result. But for malonate test, it is specific for Salmonella and Shigella. Positive for Salmonella, negative for Shigella. So 33, we have letter A, no? Potassium cyanide medium, positive for Citrobacter. Beta-galactosidase, ONPG test positive, Citrobacter. Lysine decarboxylase, positive, Salmonella. Malonate test positive, Salmonella. 33, we have letter A. Okay, number 34 po tayo. No? Ito yung mga masasaya, no? Pag mayroong mga cases at saka mga biochemical tests. A 64-year-old male with lymphoma has a positive blood culture at 18 hours of incubation. The organism is a non-lactose fermenting gram-negative bacillus on Macanchi agar. Further testing gives the following reactions. Okay? So again, non-lactose fermenter po yung organism on Macanchi agar. And then we check nga po sa oxidase negative. Okay? And that with that, no, we can say na Enterobacteriaceae po talaga to kasi oxidase negative. Kasi others are usually oxidase positive, no, yung mga non-Enterobacteriaceae, no. Usually po, no. And then for TSI naman, so again, alkaline slant, acid bath, so sabihin non-lactose fermenter, glucose fermenter, wala pong hydrogen sulfide production, so H2S negative, motil siya. When you check for INVIC, pag-check po yung INVIC dito, indole positive, citrate positive, tapos sabi po siyang Vosper-Scour positive. No? So basically, kung indole positive yun, so positive. Ang Vosper-Scour niya ay positive, so ang metal red niya kaagad ay negative. No? So negative yung kanyang Oh, tingin ko may mali sa reaction. Okay. Okay, sige. Minsan talaga, no, um, may mga ilang corrections. Votes plus cower is, pero sige, let's continue, no? Yun po yung problem na nakalagay eh. So, votes plus cower here is positive. Tapos, we have sa utilization here is positive, no? Pero wala naman kasing positive, negative, positive, positive, no? So, probably baka mali dito yung votes plus cower na result, no? Pero, tingnan natin, no, even without considering yung Vos plus cover, no. So let's focus on the indole sa citrate, no. And then sa ornithine decarboxylation naman, this one is negative, no? And then for urea naman, positive. Saka phenylalanine deamination, positive. Okay, sige po. Check natin, no? Correction po kasi, no? Tingin ko yung phosphorus cover dito should be negative para yung metal red yung positive kasi positive, positive, negative, positive yung reaction, no? But nevertheless, no? Let's omit na lang po yung Vogue's Press Tower at saka Metal Dread sa ating elimination and let's focus on indole and citrate. Okay, so the genus is una, checking on this, no, TSI, alkaline, so non-fermenter, Proteus, Providencia, and Morganella are non-fermenters. Serratia po is a late lactose fermenter, pero we can't usually kasi yung mga late lactose fermenter sa TSI, nagmumukha silang non-lactose fermenter, no? So we can't eliminate Serratia pa. Okay? Next is on indole, yung invictile, indole at saka citrate, no? When you check for Morganella, Morganella is positive, positive, negative, negative. When you check for Proteus, that is positive, positive, negative, negative. So, ibig sabihin, negative sila for citrate. Si Morganella at saka si Proteus. So, automatic cancel na sila dito. So, cancel na si A Morganella, cancel na si B Proteus kasi negative sila for citrate. Samantalang dito, nakalagay dito positive for citrate. Okay, positive for citrate. And then, for Serratia naman sa Providencia, so ang Providencia is positive, positive, negative, positive. So, tama, positive sa indole, positive sa citrate. Si Serratia naman ay negative, negative, positive, positive. So, mali na din siya. Even though Serratia is citrate positive, Serratia is indole negative. So, cancel na rin natin si Serratia. So again, cancel si Morganella, cancel si Proteus, cancel si Serratia. Then let's confirm pa yung mga other test dito. Urea positive, that is true for Proteus, Providencia, and Morganella. So tama pa rin naman yun. And then phenylalanine deaminase positive, that is true for Proteus, Providencia, and Morganella as well. So the answer here is letter C, Providencia. Okay, so again, we have letter C, Providencia. Okay, so ang naging factor talaga to differentiate here is yung in-vic reaction. But again, tingin ko may mali sa Vogue's Press Cower dito. But nevertheless, no, we can eliminate naman even without the use of Bennett and Vogue's Press Cower. We can eliminate using the indole and citrate. No? Kasi Morganella nga po and Proteus is positive, positive, negative, negative. Serratia is negative, negative, positive, positive. So Providencia po yung tumutugma na positive, 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 negative, positive. So positive siya for indole, positive din siya for citrate. So 34, we have letter C, Providencia. Okay? Next, no? Ayun, so review po ulit tayo, no? Pero kanina nadaanan na natin to no, sa table kanina. So TSI nga po sila is K over A kasi non-fermenter po sila. Ang mga Providencia nga po, no gas production. No? Kaya negative sila for gas. Citrate nga po for Morganella, positive, positive, negative, negative. So negative for citrate. For Providencia nga po, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive. So they are positive nga po for citrate utilization. Tapos, ornithine decarboxylase naman, again, di ba, corny nga sino? Si Morgan. So, Morganella morgani at saka si Proteus mirabilis. So, sila yung positive for ornithine decarboxylase. Negative na po sila Providencia, Gary and Stewart. Okay? Next number, 35. In the grouping of Shigella organism, agglutination by Group C anti-sera indicates that the species is. So, di ba, Group A is for Shigella dysenteriae, Group B is Shigella flexneri, Group C is Shigella boydii, and Group D is Shigella sonei. So, we have, for Group C, we have letter B, Shigella boydii. Okay, so again na, Shigella sonei is the only lactose fermenter. It is a late lactose fermenter, ONPG positive, wherein it is capable nga po of producing beta-galactosidase. Okay? Next, number 36. A 25-year-old man who recently worked as a steward on a transoceanic grain ship presented to the emergency room with high fever, diarrhea, and prostration. Axillary lymph nodes were hemorrhagic and enlarged. A gram-stained smear was prepared from a lymph node aspirate, and many gram-negative bacilli were noted. The bacilli demonstrated a marked bipolar staining reaction, demonstrated as safety pin appearance with Wason stain. The most likely identification of this organism is, so again, kapag ganito po, yung ating magiging clue will be the safety pin appearance, bipolar, staining, Wason stain. So this one is true for Yersinia pestis. So we have letter D, Yersinia pestis. So Yersinia pestis po, as we know, is the cause of the bubonic plague transmitted through rat flea. Okay? Yersinia pestis. Next po tayo, number 37. All of the following will exhibit growth at 25 degrees centigrade except. So for Yersinia po kasi, for Yersinia at saka Listeria, they're optimal or they are motile or their growth should be at a colder temperature of 25 degrees centigrade, not at 37 degrees centigrade. So Yersinia and Listeria, they are motile at 25 degrees centigrade, non-motile at 37 degrees centigrade. Okay? But for Yersinia, except for Yersinia pestis. Because Yersinia pestis is truly non-motile. Non-motile po talaga siya. No? So, si Yersinia pestis. So, all of the following will exhibit growth at 25 degrees centigrade. All Yersinia except for Yersinia pestis. So, we have letter A, Yersinia pestis. Okay, so it is truly non-motile. Diba? When you check here, they are all non-motile at 37, but at 25 degrees centigrade at a colder temperature, dapat motile na po yung mga Yersinia, except lang po for Yersinia pestis because Yersinia pestis is truly non-motile. So non-motile po talaga siya. Okay? So we have letter A, Yersinia pestis. Okay. Next, we are done with Enterobacteriaceae. Let's now move to your Pseudomonas.